position in a way that he keep an eye on the teacher.
Gita, my wife used to be scared of Yuji.
Is it?
But he used to call her, we all used to show hands. Gita, out of shyness, used to say Yuji, he used to say, nothing, you're fine. And he told her one story. There was an old woman who was uneducated, who did not know English. Gita at that time was very shy, hesitant. She was a teacher, but she would not open her mouth. And he told an appropriate story. And that old lady once started sitting under the banyan tree, and all the villagers used to gather and she would tell a story. Now Gita is something like that. She tells stories. Yeah, really. She is very bold and she writes beautiful Kannada. She is not a Kannada Pandit, but her language you must see.
She came and held a teacher's workshop in our school. Gita.
Like he was telling Mahesh Bhatt, he was thinking about Hindu-Muslim riots in Bombay. He told him, saying this is what is happening. He said, yes, mister, you are in double jeopardy. You are neither a Hindu nor a Muslim, they will be at you after you. So if you are looking for any assurances, you will never get them from that man.
But he used to always tell me, go back to Christ. Go back. But now, not that I'm a, what do you say, fanatic Christian or devoted Christian, but I do read a different book which has been channeled by Christ, you know. And I see no difference between what UG says and what this book says. Except that UG expression is very bad, all 4-letter words. But here it is written in pentameter, good language, that's all. Which I can convert anytime. If I want that, I'll become an expert. So, you know.
Once after meeting UG, I went to Tirunelveli. There I met Dwarkanath Reddy. So Dwarkanath Reddy already met UG sometime before and he knew about him. So I told him he is very harsh. What is your opinion about UG? Then he said, you see, Major, Ramana Maharshi was very kind-hearted and very tender in nature. That is why to all the people who came near him, he was giving them sugar-coated pills. Whereas UG uses a surgeon's knife
Without anesthesia.
to cure our sicknesses, but the end result will be the same. So I thought this man said something very interesting. I remembered it. Then when UG came next to his house, so when I came, I told him, I met Dwarkanath Reddy sir and I asked him about you and this is what he said. He said, no, he is very wrong. I don't use a knife. I burn people.
But he was like a child also. You see, in our house, whenever there is an interview and all, he's an experienced guy. But since I was in the business, he would do whatever I tell you. Sit like this, sit like this. You are the boxer. And if Julie interferes, finish.
My God.
So nobody can interfere. So I also used to feel very good. But important. But I learned that he trained me to be the spokesperson for the Prime Minister. Very easily. I never felt scared of a Prime Minister or anything like that. Because if I have handled UG, and he is like looking at him is like staring on a vast emptiness, like whatever you are reflects there. like he was going in the car, whenever he was giving money, because he used to gather all the bad notes and give it to those people, and after it is over, say, go to Prime Minister, don't come here, because I am sitting. And secondly, when he was giving money, my heart used to sing. He's giving so much to him and all that. But he used to say, my heart sings, sir, my heart sings. Actually, it was my heart which was so I got that actually. I got that, then whatever he said, I knew that something of that must be in me. See, that is how healing happens. Otherwise he wouldn't bother whether you are healed or unhealed. It's all same. One day he tells everybody, when you die you will get moksha, definitely. So, but it is, if you are willing to see yourself, it may look harsh, but he is not doing anything. It's all your conscience. To take him for a drive, that is his constitution.
Constitutional.
So I said, no, I'm not driving today. What happened to this guy? He was looking very annoyingly at Brahmachari, that he is certainly not, because I thought, now Gita all these days was not coming for constitution. That day I am also coming. Why are you coming? I told him. It is among only three of us. No, I am coming. I said then, I am not coming. I got very angry. That is when I said, I think you vacate our village.
Who said
Something, but of course, UG made it all right, but I went off completely. I got threatened.
This Shekhavut and then
It came after this happened.
After
You
this.
see, first time it happened was I was sitting. UG was sitting there. I was sitting there. I took all the most precious photos. Now, if I look back, started tearing one by one.
Who in front of him?
And all is the mystic of enlightenment. Everything. Then Yuki said, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he behaving like this? What happened to him? Brahmacharya booked the next available flight and go. Let's go. I used to say in my mind, get lost, don't ever come to me here. Then it went on this drama for some time. Then Brahmacharya pushed me, go. You are paining him after calling him to your house. Go and make tea. Now I went to the kitchen. I don't know which is the mastic and where I have to light and which is the vessel, what water. Lost. I thought, what is happening? Then suddenly, like if you hit the stone, water will come, no? Some sensation like that. Then again, my maid, uncle, क्या हो गया आपको? क्यों ऐसे कर रहे? She was a maid in a house. She saw my behavior. She thought something is amiss. Michael, go that side, I told her, but I'm not able to do this. Then this brahmachari is seeing all this. Then he said, no, go and fall at his feet. Everything will be okay. He said. Then I went and held there and cried. Then he said something like, it is bad there, it is bad there, it is mashed now. So just be okay. He said, then I became okay. We went out and I think maybe the trees look green. Yeah, they are green. And that color looks blue. I started telling and he started saying, yes, it is blue, nothing is wrong. Then he took me to a 5-star hotel, made my way, eat whatever you want, but I was not able to eat that time. Then I saw all the 5-star hotels again with him. But then that evening, I think it became more something. It was not in my control. What it is, I don't know. All that. I don't even remember the sequence. But he told me one thing. There is no need to record this. There is no need to recount this. They are petty little experiences. You should not even talk about it. You should not write about it. Still, my psychiatrist told me, you write about it. I tried and I have written about 10-20 pages. You know, that time. Then only I became a little reconciled. Then UG brought me Valium tablets. You know, from the medical shop. It was about 10 mg or 15 mg. It is supposed to induce sleep, right? He gave me and I didn't sleep at all after that. I was even more awake. Then he told Geeta, you'll be alright, but if I stay here, it will be fanned more. You will be in trouble. I'm actually not worried about him. I'm worried about you. He is like a pendulum. He will go that side. He will start going to church and seeking blessings from priests and nuns. Don't believe him. And he will come this side. He will say Yugi, Yugi, Yugi. Then he will stop in the middle. My wife told me this is what Yugi told me. And now I don't have that kind of feverish attachment. Because something I feel he is there. If you ask me, he is present. There is nothing to miss. While talking in conversation, it is okay. Otherwise, what may you say? Huh?
Who told you that you don't remember things?
I know.
Yeah,
So many things is coming out. So nice, friend.
Maybe because of this.
I know.
So many things you are narrating.
But you see, even there I followed him. Don't talk about it much. I never talk.
Only occasionally this is once a year.
I know.
You are talking.
And nobody will understand also. They may again take me to the hospital.
It is the advice of the man who was constantly talking about himself, his own greatness.
Yeah. Then he rang you up, you remember,
Yes.
from Lodi complex,
from
saying
Delhi.
that he fell down.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
All he was narrating. All incidents.
and he was like a child, you know.
It was in Goa, I thought.
Huh?
It was in Goa, I thought that he
No,
fell
no,
down.
no,
There is
He
a
told me.
Uh-huh.
And then he explained to me, see, I have no resistance. That is why I have no fracture. But if you had fallen, you would have had a fracture because you resist. Nothing happened to him, but he was showing it to Suguna, I think. As soon as he came to Bangalore, I was there.
Yeah.
No, even while coming from the steps, he fell down several times, Yuji,
Yes,
with
yes.
his pajamas.
Yeah.
But he will say, I am like a cat. I fall down very carefully. Nothing will happen. He used to say, and he maintained good health. Extraordinary.
See, 3 months back, I fell down very badly.
Uh-huh.
Without, I think I was wearing the same floater. My head banged the tar road like, like a coconut. I thought something happened and I started bleeding. And I'm a quack homeopath, no? So I took arnica, aconite, everything, and I was okay. But they forced me, let's go to the hospital.
Yeah.
There they said, for all practical purposes, you look okay. But you are on a blood thinner. So if there is something inside, sir, we won't know. We can only see from outside, you are alright. But after 6 hours, if you come back, it will be difficult for us to treat you. Let's have a CAT scan. But choice is yours. Now, once when they tell you like that, can't you be
We
without,
can't even come out.
Yeah. So I went for a CAT scan. It's okay. Everything is fine. Okay. And Miss Soumya, my younger one says, Geeta were there, all were there, but still I tripped and fell. But I fell in style, in stages, and not that like that. You know. Tuck, 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 I fell.
But you hit your head.
Very badly. Yeah, sound I could hear. And I believe 6 seconds or so I was blacked out. So they got worried why I'm not getting up.
Oh.
Slowly he will burn you off, matter of time. Like UG, his first statement, Major said, damn be the day you meet this guy. Your life will never be the same.
Same again.
We have repeated the dialogues this week at least 5 times already with Jaideep recollecting and then
We have had from 74 to 76 was okay, fun, talking, arguments, and I think Chandrasekhar, because I have asked every little question that anybody can think of. Not only that, my pleasure was to bring professors, people, Bakras we used to and see from all angles. But once he gets into your life, then it is a different ballgame.
Yeah.
You know?
Somehow Peter escaped.
Ah,
It was
really?
Peter who brought you.
Correct.
Yeah,
Peter
he was in touch with you, no?
Huh?
Peter was.
is in touch with me even now.
He is there in the group.
He has put one photo of Yuji in his.
I know, he is.
He brought Kushwan Singh.
Kushwan Singh.
Yes.
No, Kushwan Singh, you know what he told me? See,
Hmm.
I'll write about Yuji, but I'm more interested in you.
Hmm.
Instead of going around girls, how can you be stuck with this? you know about Kushwan Singh.
Yeah.
So you are a young IAS man, and how did you meet him? So he was
Because Kushwan is an atheist.
But the conversation you have had, that thought is your enemy.
No, his comment about Yuji or something very beautiful.
Very nice.
Very, very beautiful.
His article.
He wrote about UG in some Indian Express.
No, it was a syndicated column. Once he writes, it comes in Sunday.
Yeah, I remember.
Hindustan Times.
Indian Express, I remember to have read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing I would like to tell you, I remembered, there was one information advisor, Parth Sarathi. We never used to pull on well. Always some problem going to office. So I told Yuji, I'm not happy. You know, this guy is troubling me. So he used to simply not okay. One day I saw front page my information advisor's photo with PM. So first thing he sees the papers like this in the morning. This is my information advisor, he said. He said, go, don't travel flights. He said like that. You know, really you have to believe it. Within 1 month you were shifted. Really, I don't know whether it is because of that, but you know, there are so many incidents like that.
my God.
First time he came to my house, you are an IS officer. Yes. Bata Shoe Company servants will get a better house than this. Ours was a very small house. He went, within maybe 6 months, Prime Minister's private secretary personally gave me a bigger house. He shifted. Then he came to that house. There no extra bedroom, only me and Geeta, children 1 bedroom, all for Yuji. Then I said, Yuji, this house is too small for us whenever you come. Oh, is that so? Then once, just opposite, it is called Thai 5 houses, where there are 3 bedrooms. So I told him that kind of a house would be better when you come. The same house I got it, 21 days. But that house I got it in style. It was, there are 2 private secretaries. It was allotted to 1 private secretary. I was on the personal staff, lesser human being, but I got that house. You know? And there was one IPS officer who was beating his child, his wife. So the servant told us, don't come to this house, sir. It is very bad wives.
Oh.
Then I got next thing, then I was waiting for Yuji. I had noticed this Mahesh, whenever he checked into a hotel room, he will bring Yuji. And Yuji will go 1 round.
Yeah,
in the
whenever
room.
he go.
And he will go to the toilet and flush something. God knows what he flushes. I was a keen observer. I used to see this. You know. Then I think the best thing is to take him to every room of that house. So we lived there. The moment he came, saw to it was sanitized.
He could sense all those vibrations very easily.
I think so.
In our house also there was no vastu at all. He usually lived, no? Not at all.
We were telling that on the ground floor there is something in our house. He was stayed in the first floor, first when he came. But ground floor there is some disturbing things, it is there. Then somebody asked, you told him, then what will happen? Chandrasekhar and Suguna, they are going to stay.
Yes.
Then he will take care of that. Chandrasekhar will take care of that. Doesn't
I
matter.
told him also once, I remember your owner was troubling you, I think. You talked to UG early morning, 5:30, his owner is doing like this. What to do, UG? You said something like that.
Yes, that was in 2004, I remember.
He said you should shout higher than him, something like that. I usually remember that.
Yes, the owner wanted Major Garu to increase the rent, if I recall the story correctly.
Correct.
And the Major put his foot down, and things just remain the same. Nothing has changed ever since then. Am I right, Uncle? Did I?
Judy was telling me the same thing. I went to her farmhouse. No? That one, many people tried to buy, but I believe UG wanted that place only. For her.
Mhm.
At last, she could buy that only. You know. But she's also got UG's energy. I was surprised to see Judy, no.
ఈ ఇంట్లో మూర్తి తీసేసారు పైన ఉన్నది పైన ఒక ఉంటి ఇలాంటిది ఉంటే మూర్తి
ఓహో, remove
తీసేయించారు
Okay.
What?
Something was hanging there.
మూర్తిగా తీసేయించారు ఇండియా
UG got it removed. One something was
Something was hanging there
Okay.
in his
ಮತ್ತು
drawing room.
ಹಾಲು ಮೊಸರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ವಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಗ್ಗದಿಂದ ಕಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ
Then Murthy had very big problems.
ಅದು
The
ಇತ್ತು
son was caught in dacoities and all. Afterwards, you remembered that he has removed that and see, look at him now, what has happened to him.
But he acted on UG's word.
You usually told him to remove that.
He made me wear some rings, ruby and all that.
Oh.
UG. You remember that astrologer first I paid him 1,000. Then he said it is little too much. He paid little. Then after that, when I come back with Geeta, he will remove, give it to Geeta. I struggle hard to make that.